Welcome back, everybody, to the T Swift Sisters podcast. Happy March! We are well into March and officially 1 week away from the start of Eras Tour. How the heck are we feeling?
Excited. All the above.
I'm honestly, I don't know if I think I'm more nervous than I am excited.
What are you nervous about?
I have like first day of school nerves for it.
Yeah.
And like, it's not even like we're going to opening night, but I'm like, I literally have first day of school nerves for it.
But also, it's out of our element because it's new territory for us. There's a lot of firsts. So I get the nerve.
Yeah,
I
and you
get
know
it.
what, that's actually a great segue into something that I wanted to bring up tonight. Um, what do we think about we're just diving right in. I'm so here for it. What do we think about spoilers? Because I was gonna say this is like the first real time that we are very up to date with what's going on with the concert itself. Like Reputation, we didn't have TikTok, we didn't have that constant like in
Right.
your face swipe video, kind of thing. And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it because I'm like, I want to know, but at the same time, I see something that's a spoiler and I lose my breath. Like,
hmm As
what?
someone going to only the last show,
True.
um, I'm trying to make up my mind on how I feel about it. But literally what you said, like seeing a post that says, spoiler ahead, I'm very hesitant. I think twice. So I'm gonna try to avoid, I think, as best I can. If it happens, it happens and I see it, that's okay. But I'm gonna try to avoid.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think like it's inevitable. We're like on like Swift Talk. We have the Twitter account. Like we're gonna see things pop up. I think it's just like if we can avoid it, we will. I think I really want to know like set list, and I want to know like if certain songs change depending on shows. But I think like actual theatrics and stage stuff, I want to stay away from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get that. That's why I feel like so we've been if you guys are new here, you just started following us, we've been kind of posting spoilers on our account, but I've been putting like warnings, like I'll put slides that it's a warning ahead. And the thing is, I haven't been sharing anything huge. Like I shared maybe one or two pics of the stage and that
Yes.
her trucks arrived. And I
Mm-hmm.
think like yes, there's spoilers, but I think for me, I'm like comfortable with that because I'm like, okay, Taylor's not in this. It's just like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And it's obviously happening. Like we know
right,
that they're
right. And
prepping.
it's just like a piece of like the mechanics of the stage. So
Yeah.
I feel like I posted because I'm like, okay, I feel comfortable with this. I hope others do. I don't know how we as a page are going to approach the spoilers as tour goes on because number one, like we're not going to be there until earliest April, and I don't think I'm going to use other people's like videos and share them on our page.
I don't think we
So
should.
maybe like we'll stick to just pics for right now until April, and then we will always post the warnings definitely. So if you don't want to see it, you don't have to come across it. But I know there's a lot of people out there that do. I'm with you, Tosh. Like I definitely want to see the set list, but that's like a personal thing. I just love to know the set list like going into it. I like to like be around the songs before I know Taylor's gonna sing them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of want to see like her costumes, but I don't want to see like the theatrics, like you said. I think I agree with that. It's gonna be hard, man. Like every single time I open up my TikTok, it's like Taylor Swift spoiler. I'm like, oh God, oh God.
Mhm.
I start
I wouldn't
hyperventilating.
I wouldn't even consider like the stage or her arriving like a spoiler. I would say it was more like behind the scenes, We know
Okay.
she's gonna be there, so maybe that's more just, getting a sneak peek at what's going on. So that's why I feel safer with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we're gonna like try to keep our spoilers as more like BTS and PG.
Yeah.
If I write in the caption like PG-13, that means that there's a video and it's gonna have something. We're
No
gonna
rated
keep it,
R on our
we're gonna
page.
keep it G and PG. Oh man, R probably has to be like videos from like front row or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. We can post R after our August show.
True. True.
the tour's over.
Yeah, since we're second to last night, I feel like we're gonna have some plenty content to share on our page. Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So check the rating before you swipe.
Oh yeah. Now I have to make a note to always include the ratings. Okay, so for today's episode, we have a pretty exciting episode. Pretty much just everything that we need to know and to get ready for the Eras tour. We have a lot of followers who were mentioning that it's going to be their first time at a Taylor show. It's their first time traveling to a Taylor show, kind of just things what to expect, some of the cool fan traditions that we have at Taylor shows in general. So yeah, basically everything to prepare you for your trip to the Eras tour. Are we ready?
We're ready.
Go.
All right, so let's get started on the Eras tour. I'm so excited, guys. I'm excited. I'm nervous. Like, I'm gonna throw up, I think.
It's a lot to take in.
Just like talking about it, I'm gonna throw up. And I have to say, okay, this is like a little bit weird and random, but I told Adrian last week, and like I feel like I have to kind of tell you guys. I have this irrational fear that Eras tour is giving Fire Festival. And I think I fully blame Ticketmaster for it, but like I'm terrified. Like there's like part of me that's like this is actually not happening. Like it's not
Okay.
happening.
I didn't go to the extent of thinking of Fire Festival, but I know what like path you're going on. I get it because I thought the same with all this stuff we saw on like Twitter with the tickets and the packages and whatnot. So yeah, the same thing. Like, what is going on? Is this real? Why is this happening?
I'm so scared. Like I'm just
Yeah.
scared that the start time of tour is gonna be next week at 6:30 p.m. and at
And
6:30
then
p.m. in Glendale, Arizona, Taylor Swift is just not gonna be there.
there's just gonna be no spoilers.
There's
Gonna
just
be
gonna
a
be
bunch of
nothing.
deserted Swifties.
Like it's I think Paramore and Gail are on opening weekend and it's just gonna be them and then like that's it. I don't even know if they're gonna be there, I think.
They're in on the scam.
I think I need to talk to my therapist about this because it's probably like I've literally been to so many Taylor Swift concerts. I know that she's having a concert. Like I trust Taylor, but at the same time I'm like
It just seems too good to like number one, too good to be true, as in like, wow, Taylor's going on tour again. Wow.
Yeah.
She's gonna perform songs from all her albums. Like, and then it's like, wow, we went through hell and back to get tickets. Like, wow, they're not even gonna have some VIP stuff on time. Like, is this even
real.
like, are they even planning for what this event is gonna be? Like, do they know how big of a deal this is? I'm like, I get that. I'm more worried about, I'm not even going to talk about it, but yeah, I'm more worried about like safety in general being there, but that's a whole other thing.
Like safety in general, as in like people bringing dangerous things or like COVID? Which one is
In
like your
masks?
No,
concern?
not COVID, just like,
The
yeah,
masses of
not COVID.
people kind of thing.
Yeah, and like just even like outside the stadium itself, like just because of the fiasco that getting tickets was, like, I just don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that's super valid. And like, I
Right.
think if it makes you feel any better, I was thinking about this as well. The safest place you're going to be is inside the stadium once you get there. And we'll talk about
Yeah,
it more because of the policies that are in place by each stadium. Like,
yeah,
that nobody's walking in with anything that can harm you. But
yeah,
it's valid to have those concerns because look at what happened at the Ariana Grande concert. Like I think about that all the time now and like these are actual things that have happened. So it's accurate to have, those fears.
yeah.
But I think if you just like you always travel in the buddy system, just be cautious. I think it sucks a little more now that we're older and we're more aware of like the outside world. When we were younger, we didn't really think anything like that could ever.
Yeah, when your mom was the one getting us tickets and our moms all paid her, it was like, oh, this is easy. But when we
Right.
went through the process and know the demand, it's like, oh, people really would like, people would do anything to be in our shoes. Like,
Right.
yeah.
I think too, the good thing is so the show starts at 6:30. Doors open for all places at 4:30. And I think if you're VIP, you get an extra either hour or two earlier than that.
Yeah.
Showing up early is probably going to be more beneficial in terms of like avoiding crowds and everything. So if that's something that you
Mhm.
are concerned about, I would just, like I said, stick in a buddy system, a group, travel with other people and just try to arrive as early as possible to avoid the chaoticness of like people who don't have tickets.
Yeah. Yeah. And with what you said, that kind of is a good segue into one of our first fan questions on our Instagram.
Yes.
We had a little question box and we were taking, some questions from our followers so that we can help you guys with all things Eras Tour. And we did get a question from at Sarah Marie Swifty. She said the Eras Tour will be her first Taylor concert, and she wants to know how early she should arrive, just to make sure that she can buy merch, food, etc. So that kind of ties in with what we were talking about. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think definitely for merch, if you don't have the VIP package where you have your own separate merch area, getting there as early as possible is probably like primal just because it's chaotic. Like it's so crazy in the stadium. I would say like if you're getting there and it's like let's say doors open at 4:30, you won't make it at like you can't make it at 4:30, you decide to get there at 5 and there's already like longer lines for merch, you still have enough time to go like know where you're seated and kind of go to other places and see what the lines are in different merch areas.
Yeah.
The merch sections that are like at the exits, like the bigger exits in the stadium tend to be the ones that kind of like get really congested with people, so kind of just like
Yeah.
Mhm.
maybe go to another level or just like around the other side and find a different merch place so that you
Right.
can get a big selection and stay away from people.
Yeah. I think also like when you walk in, like don't go to the first one that you see, because that's what everyone's thinking. They're going to walk in and they want merch, so they're going to walk to the closest merch to get in line sooner. But I think just, yeah, like Ren said, eyeball that line, but go look at others, because usually the ones that are more out of the way won't be as packed because it's not the first one people go to.
Yeah. And that being said, I mean, if you enter the stadium and the first one you see is empty, you run
Yeah.
to it, girl. Like just head over as fast as you can. But I will say in general, like aside from buying merch and all of that, I think it's better to get there early just because it's really fun to see everybody in their costumes. They always have so many places where you can kind of like just gather with your group, take photo ops, take pictures of your own outfit. And it's just like really interactive. I know like there's been a lot of stuff about people trying to meet Taylor and Taylor Nation and everything. We have never met Taylor Nation. We've never met Taylor. But all of the reports online say that getting there as early as possible is like the biggest
Mhm.
key in that. So if you're sitting
Yeah.
somewhere that like potentially meeting Taylor is a real possible thing for you, getting there earlier is better. And of course, in this tour, everybody's doing the bracelet trading. And I know
Yeah.
that's going on before tour starts as well. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say that they've been interactive before, but now there's like tour things happening, like the bracelet making, and so that'll be a fun thing. Like you want to get there early to meet people, take pictures, hang out.
yeah, I definitely would say as early as possible. Sarah also wanted to know what essentials she should bring in her bag. So, Sarah, first thing I'm going to tell you is check your bag policy for your stadium. It's not the same for every stadium. So, we'll talk a little bit more about that later in today's episode. But she said like phone chargers, etc. I would say a portable charger is something that I'd pack in my bag,
Mhm.
especially
I
if
would
you're
try to
getting there
keep it,
early.
yeah. Besides that, I would try to keep it as minimal as possible because there's so much going on. You don't know how much you could be walking.
Yeah.
And if you're buying merch, you're going to be carrying more than you came with. So just keep that in mind. And you're going to be at your seat or your spot. So you want to consider all that because it can be a hectic situation getting in and out, and you don't want to be, bulky in any way.
Yeah.
Yeah. ID is important. Our last Taylor show was the first time we were ever allowed to buy alcoholic drinks at a Taylor Swift concert. So make sure you have your ID. Most stadiums, if not all, are cashless. I do recommend still bringing 10, 15 bucks in cash just in case you need it for whatever reason. I would just say keep it on hand for any situation that you might need it in. I do want to say that there was a Swiftie who made a good point on TikTok, I believe. She said that if you don't want to take a lot, take what you can, like in your hands or your pockets. And if you know you're going to buy merch, the merch will come in a bag and you can use that as your bag for the
True.
concert. So it just depends on how much stuff you have to bring.
Yeah. I don't know, like, I can't think of anything that I would need to take other than my phone, my ID, and like my cards. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing that I would truly need that I can't get there.
Right.
Especially because of the bag policy and stuff. But
Yeah.
I
And
know people like to take like Germex, chapstick, like, you know, like there are little necessities that are nice to have, but I think less is more for shows like this. But that's just me.
yeah, I agree. And I would say if like your phone dies a lot and like you have your portable charger and it's always on you, maybe consider getting one of those cases. Like I keep on my phone a wallet case. So I keep my ID and my credit cards on me at all times. There are also phone cases that are chargers and wallets as well. So it's kind
Yeah.
of just like one thing. That's something that I would recommend if you don't want to like carry around a purse or something.
Yeah, that's good.
So our next question is from an anonymous follower, and they said they're traveling from out of town to MetLife Stadium. Are there any hotels nearby that will have shuttles to the venue during concert dates? So this is just specific to MetLife, but if it's something that you were considering for wherever you're going to see Taylor, I would recommend like following the same basically protocols that I did. So in the MetLife Stadium area, there was a hotel that I found that's called the Hampton Inn Carlstad at the Meadowlands, and it mentions a free shuttle to MetLife on their website. I just recommend maybe like typing that hotel into Google Maps or something and looking at some other hotels in the area and calling around and seeing what options they have for shuttles to the stadium. And that's why I said kind of like if you're traveling to see Taylor, and a shuttle is something that you are interested in, just kind of do the same thing. Google search where the stadium is, look at hotels in the area, and just call and ask if they have a shuttle. The worst they're going to do is tell you that no, we don't have one, or you'll find out that they do. I didn't even know that it was an option that some hotels actually did have
Yeah.
shuttles to the stadium. That is something that I probably would recommend doing so that you avoid Uber, you avoid the
For sure.
fiasco, all of that. And then we had another follower ask about the regulations for friendship bracelets. She said she was following the Eras Tour project back when they first announced the idea, and she remembers there being a 5 bracelet limit. This is pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So it's a 5 bracelet limit because more than that or carrying a bunch in a bag would be considered merch. So I tried to do some research. There's not really like much research out there, but I will say if you're carrying your friendship bracelets and you wear them on your arm from your wrist to your elbow, they're not going to tell you that you can't wear it because
Yeah.
it's part of your costume. So if you're worried about only being able to make 5 because they won't let you in, just wear it as a piece of your costume and like they won't really say anything.
Yeah, I think it's safest to not bring the friendship bracelets in a bag. Like wear
Right.
them and
Mhm.
then you don't risk any sort of violation of rules.
Yeah, definitely don't bring them in a bag. I've seen some Swifties making so many friendship bracelets. I am so behind. I think I've made like 3.
I think I'll have like 15 or 20.
I haven't
That's a
even
good amount.
started.
Good amount. You have time, Sama. You're good.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
And that's something that we could post about. Like that would be a spoiler that's not a spoiler. Like if we get any insight on how that's going at one of the, opening shows and the
Right.
sooner ones, like that's a great thing to be able to talk about.
Yeah, definitely. We'll keep you guys up to date on basically what people are reporting from the first night. This is the first time that fans are actually trading friendship bracelets at any Taylor show. So we're going to learn a lot from the fans who have attended opening weekend and stuff like that. And we're just going to keep you guys up to date on stuff like that because obviously we're interested, you're interested, and we want to make sure that the process is just smooth for everybody.
So we also got another anonymous question saying, if I bought a VIP ticket on resale, will I not be able to get it in early? Also, is there merch that I would not be eligible to get? I paid so much for this ticket. That's a very valid concern. No, there are the perks that come with VIP, the early access to the stadium and the actual, products, the merch that comes with it. Would that be transferable in a resale?
So I
No.
have some unfortunate news
Right.
regarding that. Ticketmaster does have this on their website, and I know some Taylor fans have specifically reached out in regards to their own tickets that they purchased via resale, or even like in our case, we have the VIP package, but the tickets are in my name. We were lucky to find out about this before I transferred each of you guys your own tickets. So Ticketmaster says all merchandise, VIP elements, fan club memberships, and ticket insurance originally purchased or included with the ticket are non-transferable. So that means that you will not be eligible to receive the merchandise from the ticket. I would get in contact with the person that you purchased the tickets from if you know them. I can't be 1,000,000% sure that they will still receive the tickets if they transferred it. I think that one's kind of been like on the fence, but I'm gonna go with no. I think once you transfer the ticket out, it just voids the package.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry that whoever sold those tickets to you did not disclose that originally, because I know that's like something that you should have been told when you paid for those tickets, especially if you paid a lot
Right.
and they sold it to you as VIP. Like maybe they didn't know either, I don't really know the circumstance, but
Right.
yeah, if you are looking to transfer your VIP ticket in the future, all of the basically benefits with it will be lost.
Yeah. Like Ren is literally keeping our tickets
Right.
until we get through the door for that reason. If
I
not,
was
she would basically get VIP and we wouldn't.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say there's so much there was so much confusion around this VIP add-on because no one really knew what it meant to that extent. Like you had said, Ren, if you had transferred to us, it would have been lost. So in this case of it being a resale, the chances are those add-ons are not applicable to you because you're not the original buyer. But the person selling them may not have been aware because of
Yeah.
all this, confusion.
Yeah,
So,
it was never clear either
right.
way because we didn't even know that, and like
Exactly.
we weren't looking to buy a VIP ticket, but we were looking to have Ren send it to us. So the way that we even found out VIP tickets are not transferable, like it wasn't the best way. So hopefully like it'll be better for next time, but like it sucks that the seller either didn't know or did and hopefully had you pay standard like ticket price.
Yeah, unfortunately, we found out by somebody else being the scapegoat. So that person lost their VIP perks, but now we know moving forward. But we're glad that we get to share this information with you guys. Like if you have your friends' VIP tickets or something, or you're looking to sell or purchase VIP tickets, just be aware of those like little things, because eventually those little things turn into a lot. Opening night Swifties really do be the guinea pigs. I just want to thank you guys in advance for going
Yeah.
into the trenches, because the amount of anxiety I have now, and my show is like in April, well into Eras tour. I cannot imagine going to tour next week and having absolutely no idea what the heck is going to go on.
Yeah.
I don't think I could handle it.
We love you.
We're
Yeah,
rooting for you.
we love all of opening night Swifties. I'm excited
Y'all are
to
built different.
Oh my God, actually, I wanted to say, if you're going to the Eras tour and you are wearing a costume or designing a costume, please tag us in like a picture of you wearing it. I want to share everybody's costumes and everything on our page. So please, please, please show us your costumes. I love that. Okay. And I think we're ready to talk about our next part for getting ready for tour, and that is stadium policies. So I think I mentioned this a little earlier, but all stadiums are requiring clear bags But there are a few limitations. Like I know Tampa Raymond James Stadium, you can only have like literally a toddler size bag, no clear size bag. But for the most part, most stadiums are like a 12-inch by 6-inch clear bag, and or a gallon size Ziploc bag.
Oh,
I
field
guess if
trip
you,
vibes.
I know, right? But I guess if you wanted to bring your friendship bracelets, you could bring it in the clear size gallon bag, right? I
Would
still
that,
recommend wearing them, I think.
yeah, just don't run the risk. Just throw it on, it would be cute. It's
Yeah.
fine.
So bags are a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also some other big things that you can't take with you to the Eras Tour or stadiums in general. So that's no big cameras. Most of them is like cameras with lenses bigger than 3 inches or wider than 3 inches. I'm not sure. I don't really do the camera thing anymore, so I couldn't tell you what kind of professional camera that is. No selfie sticks, no tripods. And then something kind of interesting that we have to talk about, and that is the situation with the lights and the specifics to the Eras Tour. So we know that State Farm Stadium announced that lights were not allowed on posters, on signs, or
Right.
affixed to costumes. But
Mm-hmm.
what was interesting about their statement was that they said it specifically to the Eras Tour. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, do you guys think it's going to be all of the shows and why? And then also, I want to say before you give your thoughts, I've been doing research on the other stadiums. So the following two stadiums are Allegiant Stadium and AT&T Stadium, and they did not say that you couldn't wear lights.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. I thought it would have been cohesive, like if one's gonna do it, I
Yeah,
don't know.
like you would think that all stadiums at the same time would say lights are not allowed at the Taylor Swift
Right.
Eras Tour. I just don't get it.
So why is it just that?
And like I'm gonna stay on top of that, and I will let you guys know because it's a really big thing for me, because for me, I have to do it every time now. It's a really big thing for me because my closing outfit for the Eras Tour, or
Right.
outfit for the closing date of the Eras Tour, whatever, is an outfit that I was gonna put lights on. So I kind of need to know before I start making my costume. And like, I don't know. I know a lot of people had already made their costumes with lights on it, and now they found out that they can't wear it. So what do you think?
I'm thinking like for them to put out that as a very like fixed, like don't do this, it's prohibited. I don't know, could it be something involving their own setup with the lights? Like they really don't want anything conflicting with their light. I don't know. What do you call that? Their light setup.
Right. It's just what throws me off um is that they said specific to Taylor Swift the Eras Tour. So
That's what I'm
that,
saying. Like,
yeah,
what's her stage setup? What's her arena setup in a way that they are saying do not come with this on your poster, clothing, whatever it is.
you think it's like a fire hazard because she always does like fireworks?
I was
But
thinking like, is
but then
something
but then every stadium would say no lights.
Yeah, but okay, so State Farm Stadium said it 2 weeks ago, or like last week for their show in 2 weeks. So I'm like, as
exactly?
they're gonna start
That's
saying it.
exactly, yeah. Like the stadiums coming up are still having like their own events, their own things happening. So I don't think they're going to be that specific until Taylor Swift is the main event happening in their timeline. You know what I mean? Like it's going to come up
Mhm. But the
closer to
thing is,
date.
at the same token, they said this 2 weeks ago with, or last week with the show being next week. So that gives a 2 week process, right?
Hmm.
Allegiant Stadium is the following week. So we should already be in that period where they're telling us, hey, you can't bring lights.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And knowing that it can't even be attached to a costume, like they got to know people are costume planning and prepping. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, the fact that they said attached to a costume or outfit makes me think that they know that people are creating costumes with these lights, and that's why they're like, hey, let's put a stop to it. But are they going to be like are they going to be that rude and be like a week before tour, like, hey, that costume that you just spent 6 months on,
Yeah,
you can't wear it? Like, there has to be a time limit.
I agree.
Yeah.
Maybe it goes
I
back to our Glendale Swifties just being the guinea pigs, and they're like, okay, let's make sure nobody catches on fire, and then we'll start letting people wear lights.
I think it's like the whole catching on fire thing and also thinking of, you know,
The whole catching on fire
yeah, I
thing.
just realized how that's
That whole thing, and also
Yes, the Eras tour catching fire.
that thing, that old
Catching
thing.
Fire Festival.
I literally lost my train of thought. I hate. Goodbye.
But I get what you're saying. Like, right? They're gonna test out. Maybe it's like a thing that they don't want people's lights interfering with Taylor's. I don't know. I just don't get it because I feel like lights have always been such a big thing at Taylor shows. From people wearing them to people having them on their signs and everything. I just don't get it.
Unless like they're really thinking of, okay, anything that could be used or anything that could be a safety issue, like again, kind of referring back to the masses, this is so much bigger than it's ever been. You know, they're expecting so many people, anything that could be unfortunately like interpreted as a weapon or used against, other people. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking along those lines.
That's smart. Maybe. We'll see what the Swifties
Yeah.
say. And with that, I have actually started a series of posts where we're going to be sharing policies for stadiums. So we're going to be doing it by month. So each month we will come out with the stadiums that Taylor Swift is playing in that month. And our posts are going to include stadium policies. So things like if you can wear lights, general prohibited items, what time the doors open, who's opening for your show, general stuff like that. We're going to include the parking map if it's available from the stadium, as well as the bag policy. So if you are headed to any of Taylor's March shows, that would be State Farm Stadium, Allegiant Stadium, and AT&T Stadium, check out our post. It went out yesterday, so you guys can reference that for tour in the next few weeks. And I think with that, we can move into the fun part of the episode, which is what to expect at a Taylor tour.
What are traditions?
Okay, so I don't know. There was one on here that I never knew about, but I found out about it in a video on TikTok, and then Taylor Swift liked the video, and also I saw it when I was rewatching the Speak Now concert, like on DVD. So I have confirmed that it's true, and that's the "You Belong with Me" double clap. So I guess we'll start with that one. But basically, I'm not going to sing for you guys today. I'm sorry if you're new here, you are being graced. I'm not singing on the pod tonight. If you're
I was
not new
literally gonna
here,
ask you to do
if you're not new here, then you're welcome. I saved you
it.
tonight. But basically, when Taylor plays "You Belong with Me" and she says, "I'm the one who makes you laugh when you know you're about to cry," there's like a double hit on the drum. Taylor claps twice. So everybody just claps twice also. And like I
I
feel
feel
like
like that's
we've
like instinct. Like,
right. I'm saying like I feel like we've done it, but I never
yeah,
actually knew it was like a tradition thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it is
yeah.
a confirmed tradition for a Taylor Swift
Okay.
show. Um the next one we have, this one is pretty much the one everybody knows, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's the beginning of the second line in Delicate. And Taylor says, "We can't make any promises now, can we, babe? But you can make me a drink." And everybody
One,
goes,
two, 1, 2, 3, let's
"Let's
go,
go,
bitch.
bitch." And then she starts singing. I really wish we could actually put Taylor's music on here so that I didn't have to sing and so you guys actually knew what we were talking about. But like, if you're a Swifty, you should know what, like, when we say the
Yeah.
lines, what they sound like, you know?
Insert here. Just imagine it.
Yeah. And then I would say this is my personal favorite. I didn't know that other Swifties did it as well. I thought like because we always do it when we're singing Bad Blood. I didn't know it was an actual thing. But in Bad Blood, when Taylor says, um, which line is it in the song? I wrote what she says and I forgot to put where it is in the song.
Um,
It's in the bridge, I
bad.
think, right?
Band-aids don't fix bullet holes. You say sorry, right?
Yeah, you say sorry just for sure. If you
You
live
live
like
like
that,
that. You
you
live with
live with
ghosts.
ghosts. You
Yeah.
forgive, you
Forgive,
forget,
you
but you
forget,
never
but you
let
never
it
let it
go.
Go.
There it is. That's the tradition. So yeah, which is that considered a bridge? Would that be a bridge? I don't really know the technological music terms.
Is
Chorus,
it?
bridge, all the same to me.
I think it's not a verse and it's not a chorus, so it might be a
So it
bridge.
should be a bridge, right?
Yeah, process of elimination.
Yeah, that's the last of the multiple choice, so just put that one.
We're going with
And then
bridge.
yeah, we'll say bridge. This is like my fave. The Bleachers remix of Antihero has, different lyrics. And so one of them, instead of saying tale as old as time in the second verse, you can hear Taylor, you'll be fine. Like you can hear Jack say that. And so that's kind of another little tradition is where whenever it says tale as old as time, we're just kind of going to scream to Taylor, Taylor, you'll be fine.
But you say it in place of tale as old as
Yes.
time, right?
Yeah, well, in the first verse, it's in place of tale as old as time. Well, yeah, like if it's not the Bleachers remix, they never say it. So it would be in place of tale as old as time.
Right, because I have it here. It says, "Did you hear my covert narcissism? I disguise as altruism like some kind of congressman." And then we all say, "Taylor, you'll be fine," right?
Yeah, like I think at tour we're gonna say Taylor, you'll be fine each time instead of tale as old as time. Like we're not just gonna do it after the second verse in the
Okay.
remix when he says it.
Okay, but in the remix, it's in the second one. It's in the
Yeah.
congressman one. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. I would say it makes sense for everybody to do it both.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are like all the little song traditions. My favorite going to tour tradition is writing the 13 on the back of your hand. That's just something that Taylor Swift did for a really long time. And it's so freaking nice to see all the other Swifties like with the 13 on their hand, just because like they've been there, that they've been a Swiftie forever.
It's the right hand, right?
I remember when we were getting ready for rep tour, we had like an entire thing trying to figure out what hand it was.
I think me and Sammy had it on like the correct one, and yours was opposite.
Well, that's because I don't really know my left from right. So what Taylor hand
I think it's her right hand.
Does the 13 go? Let's figure it out right now. Let's see what the internet says. I don't know. Can somebody let us know in the comments of this episode, like Instagram post, what
It's
hand
her
it
right.
is?
It's gotta be.
I think we need a poll.
Oh, yes. I love doing our polls.
I know.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, if you just look at pictures, it's her right hand.
It's her right.
Yeah.
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 But remember,
no, I'm definitely. It's her right.
We're looking at.
It's her right because Ren, you did it on your left because you were using your right.
That's
and you
her
were like,
right
whatever,
hand.
it'll come out better. And you did it.
Yeah.
You used your right to draw it on your left, and it was wrong.
Just follow our lead.
Do you want to say I was wrong one more time, Natasha?
I don't mean it like that. Like that's how I remember.
I'm kidding.
Pro
Honestly,
tip,
I don't know.
Have a friend write it on your right hand if you're right hand dominant.
Yeah, I clearly. But is Taylor Swift left-handed then, or does somebody draw the 13 on her hand?
Oh, that's a great question.
You see, also those are the questions we need to ask.
Yeah.
It's also, where is it facing?
Like when you're holding your hand upwards, like you can read it right.
So like if she's holding a microphone, it's showing, it would show 13 to you, but backwards to me.
Yes.
So
like it looks normal to the person reading it.
So you're telling me T is sitting there with her left hand writing a backwards 13 every night for the show?
It's not backwards. It's like this.
We're going to do.
Oh, it is backwards, I guess.
Yes, to her it'll be 31.
It has to be backwards. Right.
Yeah.
It has to be backwards if people can see it.
Natasha thinks she just detaches her hand and it's fine.
We're going to do on our Instagram stories or TikTok a tutorial on how to craft the perfect 13 for the back of your hand.
Black nail polish is the best thing to use to outline.
They're
I found a
expensive though.
WikiHow
No way, that's us. We published that.
specifically on the number on drawing 13 like Taylor Swift.
I love.
Wait, we actually, okay, we're gonna reference that when we do our tutorial on how to write 13s on the backs of our hands.
Yeah, we'll need that.
Okay, the next one is a fun little project that has been started for this tour. It is called the Tabo Project, and all credits go to @ErisTabo on Instagram, where you can also find out how to participate. We will share their posts in our stories so that you guys can give them a follow, give them a shout out, participate in the Tabo at your night of the concert. So essentially, you visit the website that's at the link in their Instagram. It's also, I'm going to say it here really quickly, erastabo.card.co. So one more time, that is erastabo.card.co. And you select the city that you'll be seeing Taylor in. Pick where you're sitting in the crowd, like your section. I think it's by section and then by row as well. And during the first chorus of Lover, basically you use the color that they've given you as your screensaver. And then when we're all like doing like this, it creates a rainbow in the crowd as a surprise for Taylor. So next up, which is a fun thing to do, when I was telling you guys to send in your pics of your costumes and outfits, also use the hashtag that Taylor Nation has been putting out for each location of the stops on the Eras tour. So we will share that on our Instagram. They did a super cute map, and it shows each hashtag to use for each city that Taylor will be playing in. So I know that I remember our LA one because it's so funny. It's capital LATS, the Eras tour. So it's Lats. Yeah, Lats. And then Tampa, it's basically your city. So I'm going to Tampa. It'll be Tampa TS, the Eras tour. Tosh, when you go to Atlanta, it'll be Atlanta TS, the Eras tour. So just like fun stuff like that. They love to share people's costumes and love to see it, and just like interacting in general. That's one of my favorite things about Taylor Swift concerts, is that it's very community oriented. You always feel like you have a place. Everybody around you is also a crazy fangirl, so you never have to be embarrassed by how loud you're screaming or how feral you're getting. Like, it's just, we're all here to have a good time, you know?
Yep.
And I just want to say on that, there's been a lot, I don't know if you guys have seen or heard about the amount of hate that Taylor is getting for playing her like most popular hits in soundcheck. Yeah. And like
No.
people have been hating on Taylor for sound checking. Do you mind if I say the sound checks, by the way?
Nope.
I mean, it's her biggest hits, guys. Like, let's be
Yeah.
realistic.
Yeah,
Okay.
we know they'll be there.
Shake It Off and You Belong With Shake It Off, You Belong With Me and Me are getting so much hate. But how are you going to go to Taylor Swift the Eras tour and not celebrate her biggest songs of her career?
Yeah.
And like, just because you are over that song doesn't mean that like we're not gonna scream and sing off the top of our lungs. Like at one point, those were, you know, songs that we also loved the most because they were Taylor's biggest songs. Like, just who are people to hate on Taylor for literally playing what made her popular?
How do you not expect her
there's gonna be
dance
balance.
songs to be there? You know?
Yeah, and like, come on, you're not gonna dance your butt off to Shake It Off.
They will.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I could be
Please.
at Publix and Shake It Off comes on and I'm like
Yeah.
literally twerking in the aisles. Like you literally need to calm down.
That's the next sound check.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the next
Also,
thing people are gonna hate on.
remember that people haven't been, not everyone has been a Swiftie since day one. So that might have been someone's first song, or that might be the song that they know her by.
Yeah.
Also, Swifties of all ages, especially the younger age groups, I'm talking about like the literal children. Shake It Off is like the go-to. I know my nephew loves that song and he dances to it. So like, why wouldn't she include those to be more inclusive to everyone? You know, like she's not going to do just her, what do you call it? Like her
Sad
lesser known.
songs.
Yeah. It just doesn't make sense. We're gonna dance to it. It's a concert, please. Take that away.
No, literally.
We
And
don't
like
need that energy.
The hate that me is getting, I'm just saying right now, this is about to become another tradition. If Taylor Swift plays me, I'm gonna scream off the top of my lungs, "Hey kids,
Hey
spelling."
kids, spelling is fun.
Yeah, because there have been Swifties that already bullied her so much into taking that part off of the song. She
Yeah.
deserves to know that we still love that version of the song. And like,
Yeah.
just because you don't listen to me or Shake It Off or You
Yeah.
Belong With Me in the car when you're driving, or like it's not your chosen Taylor Swift song, does not
Yeah.
mean you need to hate on Taylor for putting it in the set list. Like, please give your tickets to somebody who is going to appreciate what Taylor Swift plays at her own freaking concert.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
that's
like
on
we all know
period.
there's gonna be a balance. Like it's not gonna be all her biggest hits ever and no like more mellow songs that like we all
For
know and
sure.
love.
Mm-hmm.
She
Yeah,
has to
like,
include those that were hits to not just Swifties. People who aren't Swifties and who aren't fans know Shake It Off. They know You
Right.
Belong With Me. Come
she
on.
has to sing Shake It Off and You Belong With Me for all of the honorable mention dads who are taking their daughters to a Taylor Swift concert.
Literally. Yes.
She's like, this is for my single dads out there. This one's for you. Let's shake it off, baby. Like, come
Yeah.
on.
They're the ones with the kids. I'm telling you. It's big with them.
And there's people like hating too on TikTok as well about some Swifties, about the costumes that they're making, that your costume is too much, or you're gonna wear heels. Like, yes, we advised you not to wear heels. I will still stand by it that I'm gonna say, like, please don't wear heels if you know your feet are gonna hurt. Just like avoid it in general. You don't need it to have a good time. But that being said, if you want to wear heels to the Taylor Swift concert and boots, wear them and rock them. We did it. We're telling you not to do it because we hated it, but we were there once. And if you think that it's part of your look and you're gonna slay in it, then slay. That's
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
All of this like hate about everything is just making me so upset.
Yeah, just stay in your lane, mind your business, and focus on your own outfit. That's it.
Yeah. At the end of the day, like, I just want everybody to have a good time, be comfortable, be
Mhm.
safe. And the entire purpose is to sing and dance your literal ass off. Like,
Mhm.
and have just the best time in whatever feels the best way to you. If you want to sit down the entire concert and sing in your seat, have a good time doing it. I'm not going to recommend it, but if that's what you want, have fun doing it, you know? It's just people are people are hating too much in what's supposed to be literally like an amazing time for all of us.
Right. Mm-mm. Just get hyped. There's
Yeah.
too much going on outside of our control, like with Ticketmaster and everything, for us to create more drama or more negativity. Like,
And we know that Taylor like sees what's going on TikTok, on Twitter, all of these things, like her and her team. And like, why are we using our mentions to Taylor to spread hate and negativity? Like, it should be like, wow, I'm so happy to hear Taylor Swift sing Shake It Off, not like, ew, Taylor, don't sing Shake It Off, please. I can't.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy to think people would critique the set list before we've even started tour. Like,
Or as Ricky said last week, when you were literally one of God's chosen favorites and you got tickets to the Eras tour, and then you're going to complain about what songs Taylor Swift is singing.
Yeah.
mm-mm.
People have been like, oh my God, if Taylor Swift sings the ABCs, I'll be happy. And I was like, you know what? I will be too, because hey, kids, spelling is fun.
Yeah.
All right. And
On
then
that note,
one of the last things that we have to talk about today are just some last minute ticket opportunities. So I just wanted to update everybody and say that Ticketmaster has already sent out all the additional ticket requests for verified fans. So if you did not receive an email, that unfortunately means that you were not chosen to purchase tickets. But for Capital One holders, there is a giveaway for all the shows. So this is exciting. It's something new that happened this week, but the giveaway is split up by month. So the one that's going on right now is considered the March giveaway.
I thought it was March through April.
Well, it's titled the March giveaway, but it encompasses March through April shows.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that means at the beginning of April, it'll be the May and June shows.
Got it.
And at the beginning of May, it'll be the June or July, August shows, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So this giveaway is super cool. It was just a short little video that you had to get a keyword from. You entered the keyword and the first 6 digits of your Capital One card to be eligible, and then you selected what shows that you wanted to attend. You had like a first ranking and then a second ranking, and it's all shows from Glendale to Atlanta. So like Natasha said, March and April shows. And it's a pretty good giveaway because there's 2 sets of tickets for 20 winners. So 20 people will receive 2 sets of tickets for each individual show each night. So
That's
they're giving,
awesome.
yeah, they're giving away loads of tickets. It was
Wow.
completely free. All you had to do was guess the keyword. And I'm
Yeah.
actually going to pull it up now to show you guys how easy the keyword was to guess. It's just like
And you first had to comment on the post, then they sent you a link to then enter the keyword and the
right,
6 digits.
right. But some people were a little confused, I realized, because they were entering the keyword on the post.
Yeah, I
Right,
did
I
the
saw
same
that.
thing.
Yeah,
I did
you
that.
had to just comment TSX Capital One and like giveaway or something like that.
Yeah.
And then they sent you the
It's
link.
because they put step 2, like think of the code, like think of the word instead of just like comment this, then input the word. Like it was like a weird
Like a
order.
strange wording. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was super easy to enter and for them to
Yeah, I
send the link
entered
and
too.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I entered on behalf of my sister. So hopefully I'll get to take her and my almost niece
Love.
to the Eras tour. But it said, no matter how you sparkle, there's always a chance to shine. Tonight you're the jewel that can't help but do this when you walk in the room. So it's not like they're doing super hard code words. Like that one
It's
was
our favorite
shimmer.
word.
Yeah, shimmer.
And if you don't know it, just look at the comments they all say.
Yeah, that too.
Look at
like
Natasha's comment.
Natasha
I
shimmer
also
with
put it-
emojis.
I literally put emojis. I put disco ball emoji, shimmer disco ball emoji.
Natasha entering, I am so gonna win this one.
Oh my God, Natasha. They're gonna change the rules just because of you. Do not comment the code word.
Well, I only commented the code word because I saw everyone else do it. So I was like, well, I guess I should do.
Wow, Natasha, if we all jumped off a bridge, would you jump
Would you
off
do
too?
it? Yes.
If it was
Shake
the
my head.
if it was a bridge to jump in to like the sea at a Taylor Swift concert and go crowd surfing, I would do it also. So I don't blame
Oh,
you.
for sure. We should.
So we also talked about this a little bit in last episode, but just please be aware of ticket scammers when you're buying resale tickets from private resellers. We put a little guide on our Instagram, so go check that out if you're considering buying resale tickets for tour. And I wanted to bring up, so today, SeatGeek, I think it was Glendale, and there was one other city, I'm not sure which one it was, that were powered by SeatGeek for the pre-sale for Eras Tour. Do you guys remember? Like not everybody was on Ticketmaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today, for those of you listening, it will have happened on Wednesday. You could enter your verified code, your verified fan code that you were given for pre-sale on SeatGeek, and you were able to get tickets to Glendale.
Wow.
And wasn't the Glendale was sold on SeatGeek, I thought.
Yeah, it is. And that's why I'm saying
Okay.
through SeatGeek, you could enter your
Okay.
verified fan code and you
Mhm.
got access to tickets.
That's cool.
So I'm curious to see. I don't know that Ticketmaster is going to do that just because I feel like all of the extra tickets were given out during
Mhm.
like the ticket request, but stay tuned. I'm definitely going to stay on top of that to check and see if like you can enter your code and you might still potentially get tickets. I just thought that was like pretty cool to share. And I also wanted to say, speaking about SeatGeek and StubHub, prices will likely start going down as you get closer to the tour, and people
Mhm.
will for sure be selling day of. I know that even with Rep Tour, my mom had extra tickets, and I think she ended up selling them on the day of Rep Tour. So just periodically check that out as you get closer to the show that you plan to go to. And that's pretty much all of the big stuff we have to get ready for Eras Tour. Does anybody want to share costume updates before we go? Oh, cut. Tosh, your audio is
Gosh,
fucked up.
you can't be heard.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
My finger was covering. Do I
Action.
say what it is? Should I say what it is? No. I don't know.
It's up to you. I mean, whatever you want.
I have 0 updates.
Okay, so costume update. Today I actually kind of did like a little fitting for something that's going to be sewn onto my costume. I do have like footage which I will be sharing soon. I would say before the next episode of our pod comes out.
Oh,
I
you're
just don't
gonna
want to
share that soon?
Yeah, like it's just like a TikTok of the making
Okay.
of it. Should I share later? I
It's
don't
up to
know.
you. I mean, I thought you were gonna, I
Totally.
thought you wanted to share when we got closer to LA.
I thought you were gonna
You
share
might be
your
right.
your Atlanta one.
I just
I'm,
have the making of it, so I'm like willing to share it.
I mean,
I'll
if
think
you're
about
willing
it.
to share it, do it, girl. Nobody's gonna stop.
Yeah,
The
I
only
think
reason why I'm not sharing mine is because I'm back at the drawing board now. So
yeah.
Give us that
I think we'll
content.
see. We'll see how the content comes out. But I do have videos from today of like the fitting and cutting the fabric and figuring it all out. And then that's for my LA show. And then my package actually delivered today for parts of my Atlanta show. I just haven't gotten it from my parcel locker, so I'll get it tomorrow.
ooh,
Those are
are
all
you
the
excited? Are you excited or nervous about your Atlanta costume?
I'm nervous because I have so many options for the bottoms. So I
Mhm.
just like don't know which way it goes. And then depending on the bottom is like what the top is. So I'm just like it's a lot of unknowns still. How about
Nice.
you though, Ren? You've been working on your costume.
Yes, I actually finished my dress. I'm gonna grab it really quickly. But I'm also working on a denim jacket. So if you guys have been following us on Instagram, I've been posting that one periodically. I am so excited to say that I finished bedazzling the #1.
Yes.
It took me
Thank
over
God.
a week, guys. It literally took me over a week to lay all of those rhinestones. I
That's
mean, that being said, like I'll pick it up and I'll rhinestone for like an hour and a half before I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going crazy. The
Yeah.
3 is gonna take so long. I'm so daunted by it, but I just want to finish that already. I also need to rhinestone my mom's t-shirt. So I'm like, great, these rhinestones are never escaping me. At least I have some time before we have to start working on Sama's rhinestones.
I was
So
about to say.
yeah, I'll go into like rehab for a little bit and then I'll come out and I'll be ready to
You're
rhinestone again.
ready.
If you're watching on YouTube, this is
Look
my
at her.
costume. If you're watching pod only, I did share it on Instagram already,
Mhm.
but I love her. I
She is
love
a
her
beauty.
so much. A lot of people were asking. So if you're listening pod only and you haven't seen our Instagram yet, I'm doing like an inspo of Taylor Swift at the VMAs after party from 2022 after she announced Midnights. She has a
Mhm.
romper, I have a dress, but it's the same like velvet material. I hate this material, I'm not gonna lie. It's not my favorite,
Same.
but I wanted to do it for Taylor and the dress is stretchy, so you do what you got to do. I bought these stars on Amazon. They are super shimmery, full of
Mhm.
glitter. Um, and they were iron on. A lot of people were asking if they stuck. So they
Yeah,
were,
because sometimes it doesn't.
yeah, they were sticking really well, but then there were like some parts of the star that just would not stick for anything. So I
Mhm.
went ahead and bought fabric glue. Like I literally purchased the cheapest fabric glue that I could find on Amazon and I
Mhm.
just reinforced those areas and now she
Yeah.
is sticking beautifully. Love it.
Nice.
And the rhinestones laid really well on it too. Like they didn't come off or anything. So 10 out of
The
10 on this
placement
one.
is perfect on the
Yeah.
stars.
Thank
Yeah.
you, babe. I went over it like a million
Mhm.
times. See, look, you can kind of see here where like a little piece of the star. Oh no. Yeah, it's like really little, just like a little piece of the star is lifted. So I would typically just put some fabric glue under there and it would be fine.
Right.
I
love
love.
it.
Yeah. It was fun. That was like the first time I ever really made a costume for Eras Tour. When we went to Rep Tour, we kind of just like bought boverias and put them together.
Yeah. Like we were rep vibes. We just bought the stuff.
Yeah.
We were definitely rep vibes.
Yeah.
Should have
But I
reached
feel
my
like now that I'm on the drawing board again for my SoFi Stadium costume, I'm gonna put like a little drop box Can you guys tell me what I should like dress up as? I'm curious to see what people like want, what kind of costumes people want to
Yeah,
see. I kind of already know what I'm gonna do, but I'm just curious to see what people would suggest anyway. So,
that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
ooh,
Yeah.
and then okay, so suggest for me, and then we can put like little hints for you guys, and then people can guess
Yeah,
what they think your costume is gonna be.
love it.
Yeah. We'll put like literally, guys, the hint is gonna be super hard to like guess what the outfit is from that. What do you think?
Okay.
Like, I'm thinking like maybe a color.
Or yeah, or like an emoji or something.
Okay. Okay. So stay
It'll
Ooh,
be
tuned for
like a
that in our
song.
stories.
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll post that. Um, this episode is coming out. If you're listening to it on the day it comes out, today is Friday. We will post it on Saturday to give you a little time to listen to it. And then you can go ahead and check our Instagram stories and suggest what you think I should go, like what costume I should tailor bound as, and what costume you think Tosh and Sammy are wearing to Eras Tour.
And we'll do it all. Let's do like SoFi Stadium, obviously.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that'll be the what you're guessing.
Yes. Because I already shared my Midnight's dress on Instagram anyway.
Love. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and hello, if you guys like take stories and tag us with your costumes, I'll make a little highlight, and I have to see if I think you can highlight stuff people tagged you in, and I'll start sharing that. So we have like a little folder of what everybody's wearing to tour, and that'll be super cute.
I love that.
Yes. And then with that being said, just a quick reminder that our contest is closing on Sunday, March 12th, 11:59. So tell your friends, tell your parents,
Mhm.
enter our contest before it officially closes, March 12th, 11:59. We will be
Eastern time.
selecting, yes, Eastern time. We'll be selecting the winner on selecting and announcing the winner on March 13th. So basically what's going to happen is we will select the person that we are entering on behalf of. And if our number is chosen in Ricky's sweepstakes, then we will let you know whether or not you won tickets to the Eras Tour. It's getting closer.
I'm
Oh
so
my God.
excited.
We're going to find out so soon if one of you guys is able to go. I am so excited. I have a really
Uh,
good feeling, I think. What were you going to say, Tosh?
No, I was just gonna say, and like just a reminder, it's on our Instagram. It has all of the steps you need to take in order to be entered.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, we're gonna verify that all the steps were taken. So just make sure that you cover your bases so that you have the best odds of being picked.
And
Mhm.
guys, the best part about this contest is that it's completely free. Like the hardest thing we're asking you to do is follow us.
Yeah.
So that's all that, and like just like a few other things, but literally the hardest thing is following us.
Right.
Completely free. You lose nothing by entering. All you're doing is just giving yourself an opportunity to win tickets to see Taylor and getting to know us. I think that's the best part about all of this, that now you get to be friends with us.
Yeah.
And
For
we
sure.
love seeing what you're writing as your song choice and who you're bringing. It's so cute to see,
Yes, we're reading
your
every single
stories.
one.
It's so
Definitely.
fun. And yeah, when they ask what ours is, that's so cute and fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. I just also like talking about that. I want to say thank you guys so much for discovering our podcast, whether you came across it organically or whether you found out about it because of Ricky's sweepstakes. We are so blessed and grateful to have you. We are so excited that we get to know more of you. I feel like we've already made so many friends, just like you guys responding to us on Instagram stories, commenting on our posts, DMing us. I love that. I love like just taking time out of my day to contact you guys, to interact with you. I've had so many conversations with so many amazing Swifties out there, and just like please keep it up. Please don't ever think that you're bothering us by like sending us a DM or responding to one of our stories or any of that. I swear that's like half the fun of creating this podcast is just getting to talk to you guys about being Taylor Swift fans. So love that. And I think with that, we wrap up tonight's episode. So we are officially 1 week away again from Eras Tour, and we have a lot more to come.
Yep. We'll talk to you after Eras Tour starts.
Oh my God. I can't believe the next time we're going to be on this podcast, we're going to have so much information about Eras Tour.
Exactly.
Oh
It's
my
gonna be such a
God.
good episode.
No,
You
I
guys have
literally
to listen to
just
the next
realized
episode.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
deceased, I think.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Like
Glendale
I
Swifties,
told, oh yeah, our GGPs, our Glendale GGPs.
stand up.
I just again want to say thank you so much. And please follow us on social media because you get cool opportunities like our contest. You get to stay up to date with all things T Swift Sisters podcast. We're sharing all things that we know, having a great time with you guys. We are at T Swift Sisters Pod on Instagram, at T Swift Sisters on TikTok and Twitter. And we will see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.